Hello to you. You're welcome to this edition of the Channel One Newsroom here on Channel One TV. We are broadcasting live from our studios at number 5 Ola Hansen Lane at Tesano here in Accra. I am Charles Owusukumi. Coming up. Private legal practitioner Martin Kpebu to officially petition President Mahama for removal of Kissie Jabin as special prosecutor.
So I present a petition this week. I was just waiting, more people, you show it to a few people, get inputs here and there, get more documents. Number one, do you know that when Kissie Jabin freed Edubuahi, you told the public that he's done nothing wrong. That's the report. Edubuahi has not committed a corruption or corruption-related offense. Mangana Yamutu.
Also coming up, Ghana's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom challenges former Scholarship Secretariat boss over allegations of €32 million debt.
How come Mr. Ajiman left in 2021? There was a debt of 133. And in 2022-2023 academic year, there was he left a debt of 2.3. And in 2023-2024, debt of 18 million. And in 2024,
Land encroachment in Wejagba with threatens expansion of education infrastructure.
Yeah, here you can see the children running around the compound, moving outside the jurisdiction of the school boundaries without any control, without any proper protection and whatever. So you may think your child is at school.
And later, road users on Atebubu Kejeji stretch call on authorities to remove illegal ramps on major highway.
Yeah, no, Krachi to a friend saying, Kumaseno, Sanyon on a dozen one. And I want to say Sanyon on so the oil base in a form, a band for me. And this I ramps normal to me and a higher power.
Thank you for choosing the Channel One Newsroom here on Channel One TV. Here now are the details of the bulletin. And private legal practitioner Martin Kpebu is set to petition President John Dramani Mahama next week, seeking the removal of Special Prosecutor Kissie Jabin on grounds of failing to deliver on his mandate. Now, this move adds to the mounting pressure on the president to remove the Special Prosecutor. Channel One News' Daniel Odro-Mensah has more in this report.
Martin Kpebu has also accused Special Prosecutor Kissie Jabin of pursuing a personal vendetta against him following his recent arrest by the Office of the Special Prosecutor. He further alleges that Mr. Jabin mishandled cases involving former Finance Minister Ken Ofori-Atta, claiming he was allowed to walk free despite unresolved issues. Speaking on the big issue on CTFM and Channel One TV, Mr. Kpebu said he will soon file a formal petition to the Office of the President demanding the Special Prosecutor's removal.
So I present a petition this week. I was just waiting, more people, you show it to a few people, get inputs here and there, get more documents. Number one, do you know that when Kissie Jabin freed Edubuahi, you told the public that he's done nothing wrong. That's the report. Edubuahi has not committed a corruption or corruption-related offense. Mangana Yamutu. Then subsequently, 3rd of November, you write to him, I've sent you the letter, that bring me the $40,000 cash. Bring me the $40,000 cash. After telling Ghanaians that he has not committed an offense. What's your mandate to collect $40,000?
Reacting to calls for the abolition of the OSP, convener of the One Ghana movement, Sanyo Hosi, cautioned that Ghana's inability to sustain a credible anti-corruption institution weakens the foundations of the country's democracy.
If we do not maintain being seen and actually executing a true anti-corruption agenda, democracy itself will fail and fall. And we are playing with these things, but we are actually on the brink. So we have an OSP today. How effective is it? That's a different conversation. Let's separate the effectiveness of the institution by the actors as is today from the policy value of having that kind of institution.
On the recent mass failure in the 2025 WASI, the Director of Policy Advocacy and Engagement at CDD Ghana, Dr. Kojo Asante urged parents, students, and school authorities to confront what he described as a deepening integrity crisis surrounding the examination.
The government should consider supporting with free extra classes.
Free extra classes.
In a
My
district.
brother, the extra class teachers' money card they haven't paid. Which money are they going to use to? See, I'm not disagreeing.
This is very, very important
I'm not talking
because
about
this is very important because if you have an idea about the poverty analysis of BEC and WASI pass rate, you understand
It's a relationship.
that there's a geographical and poverty angles to people in the lowest income quintiles are the ones we are discussing here.
How much are we looking at?
People who are earning 8,000 in a household for the
240K.
whole year. Children from households earning less than 8,000 a whole year as annual household expenditure are going to be the most affected. That is the trend.
360 million cities.
You understand?
Yeah.
So it is important for governments working through the local governments to have free extra classes, especially in mathematics.
Africa Education Watch, EduWatch, has urged government to support free extra classes, particularly in core mathematics, following a sharp decline in this year's pass rate. The organization's executive director, Kofi Asare, stressed the need for immediate intervention.
The mentality and the orientation has to change, and that means there has to be serious engagement with parent-teacher associations, with the entire education system about how do we reorient people about exams integrity and the importance of that to a young person's life. I mean, when we were going to school, the idea of somebody cheating is a big deal, but now people can do it on WhatsApp. So for me, that is one area that has been flagged that I think needs to be fixed, and that we have to sustain the fight. As I said, it's not just about improving invigilation. That, of course, stops it at the end.
President of Imani Africa, Franklin Kujo, has called for a comprehensive overhaul of the country's education system.
There must be some sort of serious introspection because, look, I think it's either the pedagogy, of course, the curriculum may be, I think the curriculum is fine, right? But I suspect the challenge, and I'm using the word suspicion here because unlike Kofi Asare, I don't think we've done, I haven't done any deep down study, deep down analysis to determine what exactly is happening. But I hear, I see, I read, and sometimes I really worry. So I think there has to be a holistic, probably a 360 look at the whole education sector. But clearly speaking, you cannot expect a lot of good to come out of a system that is always constantly under pressure.
A member of the NPP legal team, Enoch Afuakwa, is pushing for the establishment of an independent commission to investigate the widespread examination failures.
We have come to a point that we need an independent educational commission where experts in the field, educationists, will be put in there, devoid of whichever governments are in control of the affairs of this country, to be able to formulate ground educational policies to be able to strengthen us.
Now, Ghana's High Commissioner to the United Kingdom, Saba Zita Benson, is challenging claims by a former Scholarship Secretariat registrar that no student was ever stranded during his tenure, despite the inherited debt. Kisla Jiman had dismissed allegations that he created a €32 million debt, calling them misleading, politically driven and uninformed about the Secretariat's long-standing financial structure. He says he inherited a debt of about 230 million cedis, yet ensured that no beneficiary was sent home. Responding in a Facebook post, Zita Benson insists that the Buapa South MP left behind a £35 million debt, £3 million of which has already been paid. She adds that several schools are still owed, with some arrears dating back to 2021.
There's nothing undiplomatic about the truth. The truth is only one, and the truth is that a debt of £35 million was left behind by Mr. Ajiman and his people at the National Scholarship Secretariat And this is causing a lot of hardship to students here in the UK. Mr. Ajiman's interview, he claims that there's normally a rollover from the scholarship secretariat because of budgeting issues, and that the academic year cannot be the same as the budget year. Well, if the academic year is not the same as the budget year, how come Mr. Ajiman left in 2021? There was a debt of 133. In 2022-2023 academic year, there was a debt of, he left a debt of 2.3. In 2023-2024, debt of 18 million. In 2024-2025, debt of 14 million. He obviously wasn't clearing these debts. So this is not just a debt coming from 2023-2024 that we are saying we will not pay. This is a debt that Mr. Ajiman accumulated over 5 years, from 2021 through to 2025. So what is he talking about? What is he talking about? Sometimes we just have to take responsibility. Instead of, going to attack someone, take responsibility and know that you messed up. You were reckless.
Now to the Ashanti region, where the movement of cattle on major streets and intersections within the Ascoromampo municipality is becoming a nuisance, a major source of concern for residents and other road users. Stray animals, especially cattle, wander about freely, with officials of the Ghana Airports Company complaining about how this impedes traffic flow to the Prempeh the First International Airport. Channel 1 News' Middle Belt Bureau Chief Hafiz Tijani has more.
Cattle rearing is common within the municipality, but there are growing public concerns over how some cattle owners leave their animals to roam the streets, causing nuisance. The stray cattle often block major intersections and roads within the municipality, causing vehicular traffic and leaving traces of their dung, which worsens the sanitation situation in the area. Authorities say they are intensifying engagements and the enforcement of bylaws to ensure cattle owners do not allow their animals to stray onto the streets.
Apart from the engagements, we are also making effective our bylaws. We have bylaws that restricts people or cattle rearers from leaving them to stray on our various streets. And so we are enforcing those bylaws. Just about a month or so ago, the Municipal Environmental Health Authority had cause to process some before the courts for making them stray and for, littering the streets and all that. And so we are combining the engagement and sensitization with a strict compliance and enforcement of our bylaws to ensure that we nip that in the bud.
The Ascoromampo Municipal Assembly is using events like the Farmers' Day celebration and other engagements to encourage farmers to make good use of the limited land available for agricultural purposes. Municipal Chief Executive for Ascoromampo, Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan, who made the remarks during the Farmers' Day celebration, says more is being done to encourage farming activities in the area.
According to the statistics, we have just 1% of our entire farm or land size that are, irrigable, and that can be used for agric purposes. And so, as an assembly, what we are doing is to try to encourage them so that we don't commit all our available land resources to industrial activities and lose them to rapid urbanization. And so, time and again, we've engaged our farmers. We have, advised that they stick to agric and as a means of livelihood and as also a way of helping Ghana to reduce our huge import bill.
The Ascoromampo Municipal Assembly, under the leadership of Ben Abdallah Al-Hassan, for the first time introduced prizes including brand new tricycle, refrigerators, and other farm inputs, which were used to honor deserving farmers.
Now, drivers and other users of the Atebubu-Kejeji Road in the Bono East region have expressed worry over the indiscriminate construction of illegal speed humps and speed tables, commonly referred to as speed ramps, on the main highway. They indicate that the haphazard sighting of these speed ramps makes traveling on the road in the area dangerous and difficult, especially at night, as there are no warning signs. Users of the stretch are therefore calling on the Ghana Highways Authority to remove the illegal speed ramps mounted by some communities along the route. Channel 1 News' Michael Sapoinfum has been on the stretch and brings us this report.
The 45-kilometer Atebubu-Kejeji Road in the Bunu East region connects many communities in the region and also to other communities in the Oti region. Though the road is not in the best of shapes, another major problem on the stretch is the mounting of illegal speed ramps and speed tables, commonly referred to as speed ramps, by some communities. Although the Ghana Highways Authority Act 1997 Act 540 mandates only the Ghana Highways Authority to construct speed ramps, some communities including Kejeji, Bondika, Biposo, Basa, Chiamikrom, Kofi Jain, Drobe and Lemu, among others, have mounted illegal speed ramps allegedly to curb speeding. Traveling on the main Atebubu-Kejeji road is dangerous because of the countless illegal speed ramps dotted on the stretch. The situation is even worse at night because of poor visibility and lack of warning signs indicating the presence of the speed ramps.
By a friend saying, Yahanomino, Cratchy to a friend saying, Kumaseno, a Sanyon on a dozen one. And I want to say Sanyon, so no, the oil base in a form, a band for me. And this ramps normal to me and they're high because put me fan near my over ramps so not a friend said near man and one adjutia ramps not same woman and I sometimes put me almost to me be work careful soon to know ube fumu over a cause accident be brave our hand so still no afina be brave.
Oh, driving in the no quite cover 30 years but ramps on the no crane a dozen or quanos of the door. Now, I will say a driver for Nibi, a Quamicadia, meant to me in Casse, young Quamica, but driver for Nibi, a more Quamica, ancestor Moko, and Tinama community, so I just advantage on the speed Johnson. I almost also know on why I'm an a person. And tell my Okitaka Ketua, and now you're who now no problem.
Some commuters who also use the road are calling on the Ghana Highways Authority to act by clearing all the illegal speed ramps on the Atebubu-Kejeji highway.
Yeah, it is surprising that people don't take permission even from the Highways Authority because it is their responsibility to grant permission before some of these things are erected. But that is not the situation here. It is a worrying situation because, for instance, if somebody is traveling down here and the person is using the road for the first time, I mean, it can create a lot of problems. And we are aware the level of accidents that occur. So that if there are no indications on the road, definitely accidents will occur. It is interesting because I'm sure some of the officials even use the road. So why can't they check this? Do they have to wait until we tell them? That's incredible. And if that is what they want to do, I mean, I'm using your medium to appeal to them as a matter of urgency to act.
Very, very, very disappointing. They are not following the regulations. I believe that the assemblies or the authorities should monitor whatever they do on the streets. No. What they are even constructing, if they are even speed ramps, they are not the right way to be done. So it means that everybody is doing whatever he or she likes, and it is not the best for our society.
If care is not really taken, this illegal construction of speed ramps by the individuals could cause a very fatal accident. Those using the cars are complaining, motorcycles are complaining, we the motorbike riders are also complaining because they are too high and there's no sign to actually direct any user or road user to know that there is a speed ramp ahead.
Well, the speed ramps on the way is very, very bad. some places there's speed ram right there, but there is no sign or symbol indicating that there is a speed ram in front of you. So if you're on a speed, you can easily fall or get an accident. It's very bad. So I will play that if there will be any speed ramp on the way by any community that will be initiated, there should be sign or a signpost indicating that there is danger ahead or there's a ramp ahead.
Efforts to get to the Ghana Highways Authority, the National Road Safety Authority in the Bunu East region to speak on the issue were unsuccessful.
Drivers and commuters who use the Atebubu-Kejeji Road are calling on the Ghana Highways Authority to clear all illegal speed ramps on the stretch. From Kejeji in the Bunu East region, Michael Saponi from Channel 1 News.
You are watching the Channel 1 Newsroom here on Channel 1 TV. Still to come. Land encroachment in Wejagbawe threatens expansion of education infrastructure. We have details in a bit. Please stay with us.
Christmas, my favorite time of the year.
This festive season, Volta Serene Hotel invites you to experience the magic of Christmas and New Year like never before. From 20th of December to the 1st of January, step into a world of joy, music, laughter, and celebration. We begin on the 20th with a soulful carols night, filling the air with warmth and melody. Then, on 23rd and 24th of December, arrive in style as we welcome you with fresh coconut and local treats. Christmas Day brings pure delight, exciting moments for kids, relaxing escape for adults, and an elegant all-white dinner under the stars, crowned with a spectacular fireworks display. On Boxing Day, embrace culture and rhythm, from picnics and traditional dance to an unforgettable high life and old school night. As the week unfolds, enjoy movie night, live music, karaoke, and endless fun, until we welcome 2026 with a breathtaking fireworks show on New Year's Eve. Special Christmas packages starting from 4,050 for individuals, 5,250 for couples, and 8,900 Ghana cedis for a family of 4 for 2 nights. Call or WhatsApp 0541 539 867 or 0362 025 243 to book your experience today. Volta Serene Hotel. Feel the serene touch.
Hey Ghana, so you people know Miss Brother once more. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all, kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the greats. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
This Christmas Eve, skip the ordinary and step into the extraordinary. Welcome to the Situation All White Party 2025, where the music never stops, the energy never drops, and the fun never ends. Celebrating grand style with great music, irresistible food, and an atmosphere that screams good vibes only. Date 24th December 2025. Venue Good Park near the Accra Mall. Time 8 p.m. till late. Dress code, it's an all-white affair. Get ready for electrifying live performances from Kofi Kinata, Perez Music,
Funko Bog,
In Chin Chin Band, and DJ Mingle. DJ Mingle. Your best all-white fit. Bring your dancing shoes and let's light up the night together. Book your tables now. Call 0205-973-973 or 0558-973-973. It's Christmas Eve. Don't miss it. The Situation All-White Party 2025 is powered by Channel 1 TV and 97.3 City FM. And it's proudly sponsored by EcoBank, Bethel Logistics, and Hallmark Cafe, and supported by Oswald Investments Limited.
Welcome back. This is the Channel 1 Newsroom here on Channel 1 TV. I am Charles Osukumi. Let's do some more stories. And land encroachment has been identified as a significant challenge for public schools in the Weja-Gbawe municipality, prompting authorities to take action to address the situation. Now, school authorities say the worsening phenomenon threatens future expansion of education infrastructure, and hence the need to tackle it, as well as improve the general conditions of public schools within the municipality. There is more in the following report.
The Weja Methodist Basic 1 and 2 schools situated within the same enclave are part of the several public schools within the municipality facing wanton land encroachment due to the absence of a wall. According to school authorities, the situation also makes it difficult to control the movement of school pupils, thereby impacting academic sessions. Deep gullies have also developed on the compound as a result of erosion, making movement, particularly for early childhood pupils, difficult and unsafe.
In area of security, because the place is open, anybody can enter at any time. So when the fence wall is erected, it will improve security.
Community leaders have also raised concern about the proximity of a cemetery to the two schools. Assemblyman for the Weja electoral area, who spoke to Channel 1 News, says students often get distracted during burials at the cemetery.
Our brothers and sisters from the Muslim community, this is the portion of theirs. So when they are coming to bury, sometimes you see the students, it sometimes affects them.
Acting on these concerns, the Weja-Gbawe Municipal Chief Executive, Felix Odate Lamptey, has cut short for the construction of a gated fence around the school. The MCE tells Channel 1 News that the assembly observed that students in well-confined public schools in the municipality have been performing better than those with open compounds. He says the assembly is rolling out a policy to fence all public schools in the municipality, while also taking steps to expand access.
Avoid encroachment, erosion, theft, and other issues. And also to protect the land, to give the children quality education. As we are here, you can see the children running around the compound, moving outside the jurisdiction of the school boundaries, without any control, without any proper protection and whatever. So you may think your child is at school, but maybe your child is outside school because the school is not fenced. When it happens that way, it even brings the level of education down. And that is one of the reasons why when you check the BEC results, most of our public schools here, especially Oblogo, Weja, records the lowest when it comes to the BEC. Even the public ones that are fenced, their performance is a little bit, but the ones that are not fenced across. So our feasibility and our survey shows us that with the education director shows that those that are not fenced are having this challenge when it comes to the quality of education and performance.
Apart from the Methodist Basic 1 and 2 schools, the Weja-Gbawe Municipal Assembly says it is taking steps to improve the conditions of several other basic schools here in the municipality. For the Channel 1 Newsroom, I am Akwesi Ado, Weja.
Now, the government has announced a quarterly food and exhibition fair in the Greater Accra region to connect farmers, processors, aggregators and traders, enabling direct sales to help reduce post-harvest losses. The initiative is also expected to bring consumers closer to fresh and affordable food while cutting transportation costs to farmers. The intervention was announced by the Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklu at the 41st National Farmers Day celebration at Dodowa. Channel 1 News' Ni Ayikwe Okai reports.
With inspiration from City FM and Channel 1 TV's Agri-Fair, which has become a major marketplace linking farmers directly with consumers and eliminating middlemen to ensure fresher produce at competitive prices, the government has adopted a similar policy to help curb post-harvest losses. Speaking at the 41st National Farmers Day celebration in Dodowa, Greater Accra Regional Minister Linda Oklu announced a new quarterly food and exhibition fair aimed at enabling farmers to sell directly to consumers. She added that the initiative would be strengthened through a collaboration between Tema Harbour and Kotoka International Airport to support farmers in exporting high-value produce to earn foreign exchange.
We all know that farming is truly profitable when farmers have a good market. The region is therefore working on 3 key interventions: quarterly regional food and exhibition fair, which will help to link farmers, processors, aggregators, and traders to help with district sales, networking, and gaining contracts. Establishment of our farmers market to reduce post-harvest losses, to bring consumers closer to the fresh and affordable food, to reduce transportation costs for farmers, leveraging Greater Accra export advantage with both the Tema Harbour and Kotoka International Airport. Farmers can produce high-value fruits, vegetables, poultry and fish for export. This will increase foreign exchange and create more jobs.
The Municipal Chief Executive for Shai Osudoku expressed concern over the rapid conversion of agricultural lands for real estate development.
We are gradually losing our agricultural land, respectfully, Honorable Regional Minister, to real estate developers. Ever since I became DCE, I have been fighting with our colleagues like in Mamposhan, for instance, Tachikopi and other enclaves in Agoto and all those, trying to battle with real estate developers and other landowners and varied land interests over the period. It is becoming alarming to the extent that if we don't take critical efforts, we will lose our agrarian land to real estate development. We will therefore be glad, Honorable Regional Minister, if you will support us to ensure that we demarcate and pursue a development framework that will put agri topical in our district.
At the 41st National Farmers Day celebration, Edmund Soda Amate was adjudged the overall regional best farmer for Greater Accra, with Murinat Wahab Kwadu named regional best female farmer and Rahim Kofi Kwate awarded regional best youth farmer. The regional best farmer, in an interaction with journalists, also highlighted the challenge posed by high interest rates on bank loans, which continue to hinder agricultural expansion and productivity.
One of the challenges we are facing now at my end are land litigations and also urbanization of our areas, where farmers chiefs will rather want to give land to real estate developers and sack you, the agri producer or the farmer. More also, if you are looking for capital to inject into your business, banks have been requesting for collaterals, high interest that they put on the money, and short duration for payments. And most of agri production, it takes you over a year for you to recoup your investment, or sometimes 2 to 3 years to recoup the investment. But this is the case where you walk into a bank, they give you a loan for 2 years, a loan for a year, with interest rates raising around 22 to 30%.
Well, let's stay with the National Farmers Day celebration and go on the phone lines and speak to the General Secretary of the General Agricultural Workers Union, Andrew Adequate Tego. Good evening to you, sir. Thank you for your time. First of all, what do you make of this quarterly exhibition proposed by government to bring farmers and other players in the agri-value chain together?
Yeah, thank you very much. Again, we continue to wish farmers a happy Farmers Day. And the call by government to bring agricultural groups together is a call in the right direction. To roll out agricultural policies, to roll out agricultural support in a very efficient way, it must be done through cooperatives and local unions. For us in the trade unions, we'll call the agricultural establishments local unions. And it's important, and we are going to play a role in this as a General Agricultural Workers Union to gather the farmers, bring farmers together to ensure that government's strategy of reaching farmers through cooperatives is achieved. And we have always called for that. It's important that farmers come together at different levels to be able to do that. The cocoa board model promoted that cocoa groups are into cooperatives and then they can receive extension support. So this is a laudable call, and the General Agricultural Workers Union, GAU, will continue our work within our informal economy to also mobilize farmers to get access to government support in agriculture.
All right, let's talk about the celebration itself. What are your general impressions about this year's Farmers' Day celebrations?
I think it is very important that those who put food on our table, if you have eaten today, which I know you have, you took some lunch, and yesterday you ate, we should be grateful to some people who are the producers. So it's important that every state recognizes its heroes. That's those who put farm food on the table. And for us, the farmers are. When we talk about the essential services in Ghana, I think that the farmers come as number one. Beyond when you eat well and you have very good, nutritious meal, you do not need medication at all times. So food is number one. And food is also, or agriculture is the first job that God gave to man. So if we are lucky to have Ghanaian agricultural workers supporting in this, we as people should find a time to celebrate them and say thank you to them. If you have eaten today, clap for a farmer and say thank you to a farmer. And that is why it is important this one goes on.
Well, Mr. Tego, I mean, in the past weeks, we've witnessed reports of food gluts in some parts of the country. We know that the government is releasing about 200 million cedis for the buffer stock to buy these food items. Generally, how do you propose to the government to deal with the issues of food gluts so that it does not reoccur in the future?
Yeah, this has been our call for a very long time, that we import too much into our country, especially when it comes to food products. And there are health implications apart from the dollar implication to food that we bring from out and things that we can do in Ghana. Why do we worry ourselves using hard-earned dollar to import them? It is a very, very good thing the government is doing, that President instructing all consumers of government agricultural products that government is paying for, that is our senior high schools, the school feeding program, the free education program, the police, the prisons, and all institutions that government buys food for, to buy from Ghanaian farmers, to buy made in Ghana products. And all of us as a people, we should monitor this, that this is a presidential directive, and we should monitor it. And the president himself said it yesterday at the farmers' deba, that when we notice people are not adhering to this, we should also bring it to their attention. So we in the General Agricultural Workers Union are encouraging all our members to monitor this policy, because it's a policy that is in line with also what the union stands for. Produce what you eat and eat what you produce. And that is what is it. In the recent glut, you notice that as we are supporting agriculture, food will be produced. And one of the biggest challenges farmers have had all over the country is getting their food to the table. And that is the transporting of their food to the city centers and then getting their food off the farm gate. And we have noted that farmers are poor because of one of this contributes to their poverty. They produce the thing, and the post-harvest challenges are huge. The glut is one of them. And if government dedicates 200 Ghana million to buy any excess food, it's a right call. We heard the president say yesterday they spent 100 million before the 200 million in the budget. So that is about 300 million. So we are monitoring all this to ensure that the food our farmers produce from the farm gates gets to the table in the quality in which it's produced. And then the other day, we also called that whenever we are faced with that level, it is not about the food not being produced. It's about the food distribution methodology.
Okay.
Such cases occurs, and agriculture regional managers see this, and we notice them. We should bring this to the attention of the government, locate the places, even if it will call us to use our military robust vehicles to go and bring food to the nearest cities. That is also good. We should not let our farmers take loans, plant forests, expecting that we will eat, and we don't eat their food, rather we eat foreign food. This is not the way to go in 2026 and after this farmers' celebration. GAWU has also called for a Ghana agricultural system. That is it. The agricultural service we are anticipating will be the policy implementing wing of the government through the Ministry of Agriculture. You know, Ministry of all the other ministries, like we stated, when we go to Ministry of Education, they have the Ghana Education Service with an act supporting it to roll out and implement its policies. Mm-hmm. When we look at the Ministry of Health, we have the Ghana Health Service with a parliamentary act that supports how they enact policies and implement that their policies. We want the same, and we are calling for the same for the agricultural sector, so that all this we are discussing can be a holistic pack that can speak to itself, and we shall all monitor the government in the implementation of that. So that's why we made a statement that we can continue celebrating Farmers' Day, and we love that one. Mm-hmm. But Farmers' Day celebration without the Ghana Agricultural Service System, we are not very happy with that. And then we call for government to begin a process of getting this for our dear country, where agriculture drives whatever we do for consumption and for industry. And we want to grow our agriculture, so we must also do this one for Ghana.
All right, I'm sure the government has heard you. This Mr. Andrew Adukwetego, the General Secretary for the General Agricultural Workers Union. Well, you're still here on the Channel 1 Newsroom, here on Channel 1 TV. Still ahead. Contractors announced of Ankon-Sawam Road diversion from 10 p.m. today to Sunday morning. The news will be back in a bit. Please stay with us.
Hey, Ghana. So you people know Miss Brother Man Small. If you knew, it's your boy. Kill them all. But this time, I'm not only killing mosquitoes, I am killing the great. See? This wouldn't have been possible if I didn't have the perfect mosquito-free atmosphere. Thank you, Out Insecticide. And yeah, Out Mosquito Coil. For a mosquito-free atmosphere, trust Out to... You are not serious.
Out Insecticide. So ya boa, faha.
Rooted in heritage. Shaped by ambition. Defined by style. Inspired by soul. This is Afro quality. the first multi-country concept store for African brands. Now in Nairobi, Kigali, and Accra.
This is AFCON, my friend. Everything is a competition. Everything.
Join our family for AFCON Morocco 2025 from 21 December to 18 January. Available on DSTV and GoTV.
Thank you for staying with us here on the Channel 1 Newsroom. Now, farmers in Asankregwa and its environs in the Western North region are adopting climate-smart agricultural practices by integrating tree planting into their cocoa farms. The initiative, which forms part of broader efforts to protect the environment, aims to restore degraded lands, improve soil fertility, and enhance the long-term sustainability of cocoa production. Our Ashanti Regional Correspondent Bright Yeboah reports.
Climate change, leading to drought and erratic weather patterns, low soil fertility, aging cocoa trees, and worsening soil degradation pose significant challenges to cocoa farming in the Wasa-Amenfi West municipality of the Western North region. The situation is further compounded by illegal mining activities which continue to destroy farmlands and pollute water sources.
Increasingly, the yield production is going low. Why? Because of climate change, because of pests and diseases, because of funding sources to be able to purchase inputs and all that. And even the input application, they have challenges with all these.
These factors have been attributed to farmers moving to nearby forest reserves and further depleting the forest vegetation.
You see that because the land is degrading, there's a tendency to now open up the forest for new frontiers so that the farmers can get very good soil where they can plant their cocoa. And it's causing deforestation and also loss of biodiversity.
Farmers in Kamaso, Supanso, Atubrakrum, Asankrasan, and surrounding communities in Wasa-Amenfi West are planting economic and shade trees to regulate temperatures, preserve soil moisture, and improve yields as part of efforts to adapt to climate change.
And it was a summer and a weather changes in Sabano. A boy, I was a boy.
Yano, it me a boy, a cocoa. Ma, do a media. You couldn't let it me, citizens, it me a cocoa, some of the from. I said, if you know, Ponsoa, a man, you so who be a leaf, mamma, the idea from.
Municipal Chief Executive Priscilla York at a stakeholders conference assured of government's commitment to addressing the impact of the municipality's escalating environmental challenges on farmers.
Currently, Wasa-Amenfi West Municipal Assembly is distributing 15,000 palm seedling, 15,000 coconut seedling for free of charge to farmers to improve their livelihood and also mitigate climate change. Free fertilizer distribution to farmers in order to increase their yield. That is why this project, the Wasa-Amenfi Cocoa Landscape Initiative, is very important to us.
Experts say tree species like mahogany, mansonia, emre, edinam, and many others provide climate-friendly environments for cocoa farms by sustaining the moisture content in the soil.
To help the farmers adapt their plantations so that they become more climate smart and more climate resilient. And a key component of this is to introduce shade trees to the cocoa plantations so that the cocoa trees can tolerate the heat much better, so they're more climate resilient and has a higher survivability.
In an environment where illegal mining activities continue to destroy water bodies, farmlands, and vegetation cover,
farmers here in the Wasa Amenfi West municipality are embracing climate-smart agricultural practices to ensure and promote more sustainable agricultural practices and protect their environment. Reporting for Channel 1 News, I am Bright Yeboah, here in the Western North region.
Now, back in Accra, motorists using the Ofankor to some stretch will from Saturday, December 6, face a temporary diversion on the Nsawam-bound lane between Achimota, New Plan and Pokwase as rehabilitation works continue. According to Maripomo Enterprise, the contractor, the diversion starts from 10 p.m. and will run until 10 a.m. on Sunday, December 7. The closure is to allow asphalt works on parts of the Ofankor to White House section. Now, for more on this diversion and traffic management, we're joined by Chief Resident Engineer for the Ofankor to Nsawam Road Project, Engineer Kwabena Bimpom. Good evening to you, sir. I'm grateful to you for your time here on the Channel 1 Newsroom. Could you please walk us through the specific areas that will be affected by this diversion?
Well, thank you very much, and good evening to our cherished viewers, as well as the long-suffering people or motorists of the Ofankor to the Nsawam Highway, and generally the N6 highway. So basically, as you're aware, we have been on this road for quite some time, and we are getting to a point where we have to place or to lay the asphaltic final layer, which is the wearing course from Ofankor all the way to White House Junction. And in preparation for that, we intend to close the road, as you rightly said in your intro, from the Achimota New Plan intersection, that is where the traffic light is, all the way to the Ofankor, interchange or the Ofankor overpass, to enable us undertake some asphaltic concrete works, for about 100 meters, which will be a preparation for the future closure of the north lane, that is the northbound lane, which would also receive the wearing course. As you are aware, we've currently closed the southbound lane, and we are almost through with the asphaltic lane. And once that is done, we will move back onto the northbound, which would also receive the final layer of asphalt and road line marking. So that is what we intend to do, as you rightly said, from this evening, 10 p.m., from this evening, Saturday's 10 p.m., all the way through to the morning. We are hoping that even before the 10 a.m., once we are done and the asphalt has cured and cooled down, we will open, the road for motorists to use.
I mean, I'm sure you put in place certain measures for traffic management. What are these measures, sir?
Okay, so because this is just a straight route, we are informed the police who will be supporting us, that is the MTTD, and also we would have some traffic wardens to be, especially at the beginning, that is the Achimota intersection, so that motorists will be directed and shepherded onto the service road, which goes through Achimota, Taifa, all the way back to the White House area. So this is what we have done, and there will be directional signs to aid the motorists.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. I'm sure we'll be there tomorrow to see for ourselves when you open the road again. Thank you very much, sir. That was Engineer Kwabena Bimpong. He is the Chief Resident Engineer on the Ofankor Nsawam Road Project. Let's do some more stories here on the Channel 1 Newsroom. A former Minister for Information and current Ghana Gas Board Chairman, Kofi Totobi-Kwache, is calling for support for the secondary school for the deaf. His call is to help address the challenges of the school as well as motivate the teachers who continue to sacrifice to educate the students with special needs. Kofi Totobi-Kwache made a call when he donated 50,000 cedis, a photocopier machine, and commissioned a mailing machine for the school as part of his 70th birthday anniversary celebration. Channel 1 News' Akwasi Ajianim has details from Sekondi.
Established in October 1971, the Secondary School for the Deaf has played a critical role in providing education for that section of society born with hearing impairment. Despite the importance of this critical role, the secondary school for the deaf has operated for many years with limited logistics, deteriorated infrastructure, as well as less motivated teachers. To help address some of their needs, the Ghana Gas Board Chairman, Kofi Totobi Kwachi, on his 70th birthday, donated an industrial photocopier to replace their broken one, commissioned a corn mill machine, and donated 50,000 Ghana cedis to the school. While promising to sustain his support, he called on society to support the school and teachers.
Beyond today's presentation, we will stay in touch and be of continuous help to the school, because these children are as much ours as they are of the parents who gave birth to them. The photocopier machine here was to have come with a large amount of paper, but I think they left it behind in Accra. It will be added in due course. In addition, we have come as a family today with an amount of 50,000 cedis, which 50,000 Ghana cedis to support the school. So, Madam Headmistress, so it is in those days, kind of 5 billion. Yeah, so this is our contribution to help in other aspects of the work that you are doing here, where there are shortfalls. To you, the teachers, we say a big thank you. What you do here is a great sacrifice. What you do here is really helping humanity at the highest level. We urge you to continue, and I am sure that not only will your reward be in heaven, but some aspects of the reward will be here on earth. So when we are thinking of the students, we'll also try and think of you as you go along.
Headmistress of the secondary school for the deaf, Regina Esofi, while thanking him, also enumerated some of their outstanding needs.
We are truly grateful for your generous provision of this new corn mill and photocopy machine, which we eagerly anticipate utilizing. The new milling machine will significantly support the students' feeding program by enabling the school to mill maize in-house. Additionally, the photocopier will greatly assist in the administrative functions of the school. Honorable, your willingness to support the school is not only a blessing, but also a testament to the power of community collaboration. These equipment represent a significant investment in our student future, and will immensely benefit the school. During the assessment by your representative regarding the milling machine, your representative noted that the gas used at the kitchen is currently disused due to financial constraints, compelling us to rely on wood scraps.
And this is where we wrap up today's edition of the Channel One Newsroom here on Channel One TV. Visit our website, channel1newsonline.com, for more information on our top stories and more. Subscribe to Channel One TV on YouTube for more exclusive video content from Channel One TV. Download the Channel One TV app on the Google Play Store. I'm Charles Ozukumi. Thank you for your time.